Microphone, beloved. I want to hear about this food. I got to hear about this. We don't eat giraffe gravy. I don't. I want to know about this food. Our food don't taste the same. And
Okay, okay. So
there you
right,
go.
your food actually comes from Europe. Your
Who?
food, your food comes from Europe. Mac and
Okay.
cheese,
Name the
collard
European.
greens.
Call it. Okay. What soul food European restaurants are there?
So you can look it up. It's
Okay.
literally influenced
What
by
Europeans?
the slaves in
Where in
Europe.
Europe do they make collard greens?
You guys get your mac and cheese from German, like
Okay, no, that
Germany,
actually the
like.
modern mac and cheese. No, it came from ma'am. That came from Sally Hemings' brother. That was a brother who was, I think Andrew
Look, I'm telling you,
Hemings. That
you
was a
can look
founder.
it
No,
up.
ma'am. Modern mac and cheese. The way it's baked, that came from a brother named Hemings. He was a slave of
Collard greens
Thomas
itself comes
Jefferson.
from Greek. You can search it
Who?
up.
What?
It comes from the Greeks, the collard greens.
Okay, how come the Greeks don't make good collard green now?
So all you did was add flavor to it. It still came from them.
Yeah. Some vegetables were all over the place. It's all about the way you prepare it. The Greeks don't have
So how do
greens
you
like
know that
us.
they wasn't preparing it that way? At the end
I
of
know.
the
I've been to
day,
Greece. They don't
at
have
the end of the
collard
day,
greens
your
in Greece,
culture is
beloved.
it comes from Africa and Europe. Like why
No,
are
it
you
come,
and Native
ma'am. No, it
Americans?
doesn't. It's our own flavor. We had to use our own flavor. That's why your food don't taste like ours. What food do you have that tastes like soul food? FBA soul food. What dishes do you have in Africa? You're not muted. Okay, she left. Okay, she left. Okay, I wanted to hear all this. She tapped out, by the way, guys. Okay, I didn't leave her out. No. See, they say stuff and can't stand on it. They say a whole bunch of BS and they can't stand on it. And I'm not being rude. I'm asking questions. See, that's why they want us to be formless, generic Africans, so that anything we do, we're going to have to give them credit. Your food, your music, everything come from us, Africa. Your music, hip hop. Okay, but who the hell is the African Rakim? How come y'all can't rap then? Why can't you rap like us then? How come we do everything different? Where's say? How come we do everything in a certain way that nobody else can do? No, we have a unique culture. We have a unique culture, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not trying to shine on people, but y'all don't do shit like us. Y'all not gonna do that. Where's your jazz? That's us. R&B is us. Well, there was a drum in the village, well, you didn't do nothing with it. We had to do something with it over here. It's no. You don't get credit because there was a drum in the bushes somewhere. No. See, this is why they're upset, family, because they can't take credit for FBA creations no more. See, that's the con game, family. We've been sitting up here giving away our damn culture to everybody. Now that we've delineated, people are starting to look around and see what folks ain't got. They ain't got nothing. They ain't got nothing popping. Who's the African Rakim? That dude who's saying, take you to the movies? I want to take you to the movies all day. Let me take you to the movies, baby. That's their Rakim. And gentlemen, I'm not trying to, come on, man. I'm a roast you. If y'all walk into the roasting, I'm going to have to, come on, you just going to walk on the plank. I'm going to push you off the plank. You just going to walk up there. I'm going to push you off the plank if you're going to walk up on it like that now. Don't say shit where you know it's horse crap. Come on, man. Come on, y'all. And I'm trying to show love, but don't come up here talking crazy. And then when it's time to show and prove and bring some facts, hold on, let me Google. Well, collard greens came from Greece. They don't make no collard greens. I've been to Greece, and Greek food is very good, by the way. Greek food is good. I love Greece. I went over there, had a great time. They don't have no damn collard greens. We didn't get no damn soul food from Europe. What did we get? Where's the European food? The food in Europe is horrible, especially in England. That food is infamously horrible. No, see, they love to try to say we got stuff from everybody else, but none of their shit is as good as ours. They always try. Well, you got mac and cheese from Germany. Modern mac and cheese, as we know it, that was Hemmings, a brother named Hemmings. Y'all look it up. Look up Hemmings and mac and cheese, baked mac and cheese. He was a chef. He went over to France because Thomas Jefferson sent him over there to France, and he was working with cooks over there. And the mac and cheese was over there, but it was that runny ass mac and cheese with basically some noodles and water and some melted cheese. It was just real janky the way they made it over there. It's that runny ass stuff. And he said, no, we're going to put some flavor on this. Let's season it this way. Let's get this type of cheese. We're going to bake it. We're going to do it this way. That's where the modern mac and cheese came from. It came from a foundational Black American, Hemmings. Now, y'all look that up. Fact check it. So I like to give names and dates. This was early 1800s. Come on now. See, I know we're foundational Black Americans. We're phenomenal people. And we've been too damn nice with sharing our damn culture. And then people start taking that for granted. We share our culture and say, okay, well, since we all melanated and we all of African descent, yeah, we all can share. And then what happens is we saw what Busta Rhymes did. Y'all remember some years ago, Busta Rhymes was like, the Americans, they ain't got no culture. Yeah, hip hop came from us. Everything about hip hop, that came from the Caribbean. Yeah, because, they over here, they ain't got no culture. Well, what they got? They ain't got no culture. You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff. So yeah, we said, no, we're going to have to change this thing up. Now we're going to have to start bringing truth to power. We're going to have to, if you're going to make an omelet, you're going to have to break a couple of eggs and a couple of fillings going to get hurt because we got to get this omelet together. LC Don, hop on LC Don.
Hey, you lighting this whole TikTok on fire. What's good?
What's up, Playboy? You good?
What's up with it? Hey, we met a few times in real life though, but
have you been to the museum?
Yeah, the museum out on Crenshaw.
Yeah.
I've been to the screening for Hidden Colors 5, all that shit.
No doubt.
I appreciate you. Because because I remember years ago I had a Jamaican friend though. He was he was always like because when I was like when I would be hip up on what Black folks need to do and overcoming our oppression and all this other stuff, he was always on some he was always on some anti, he wasn't against, he was always against what we doing on the spaces. And it didn't dawn on me like why he would be like that,
Yeah. And you know what? Thank you for the call, brother. And you know what? We started noticing that whenever we started talking about reparations, we would always see somebody jump up, man, we don't need no reparations. Man, we don't need nothing, man. We ain't gonna get no reparations. We and us and after a while we start saying, who are these people? Well, why are they saying that? Who would be against reparations? And then we start looking in the backgrounds of these people, and we started to see these were people who weren't even qualified for reparations. These are immigrants. Every time we would talk about reparations, the loudest people against it were immigrants. And I bring this up all the time. When they had that little jive-ass reparations hearing in D.C. years ago, they had a dude named Coleman Hughes, and they had Candace Owens up there. And both of them were on national TV talking on reparations. Now, we know Candace Owens, she identifies as Caribbean. This Coleman Hughes guy, they left his last name out. His real last name was Cruz, and he was Puerto Rican. He's not qualified for reparations, and he was against it. Yeah? So we started to put two and two together with these people. Okay, let's get them. Jasmine?
Hi, Tariq. I want to say that I super appreciate what you have brought to TikTok.
Yes.
When I first came on this freaking app a year ago, I was just like everybody else. Like, where do I fall into the space of these weird Africans and the Siberian Native Americans and Mexicans sometimes? And everybody's trying to say that they are foundational Black Americans. Okay. And I always thought that it was super weird. Then I would go to the panel and they'd be like, well, you know that Kamala Harris went to an HBCU, and I'm like, there's white people that go to HBCUs too.
Oh yeah.
But on her birth certificate, where she's allegedly from, which is Cali, where I'm from also, it says on her birth certificate, Caucasian and Jamaican on her freaking birth certificate.
Right.
Very weird behavior. And she supposedly was born here, just like Obama, who was born supposedly in Hawaii when he's a whole Kenyan, and he grew up in freaking Indonesia. He only went to high school in Hawaii with his white tea K-Beast mom. These things bother my soul.
Yeah.
And I've been saying that since I've been on TikTok, and I kind of floated between the term FBA and the Caribbeans, and they like to lock onto the American Indian tie, right?
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh, because we're American Indian. And it's like, are you talking about the continent? Or are you talking about the USA part of who we are? That's where they always start to falter. Well, you know, I'm American, so I'm Tejano. I'm South American. I'm Guyanese or whatever, and we're Indian. And they're not the same. And I don't want to get too off point because I can just go on and on and on about these pretendians. And I heard you talking the other day about the two types of Indians, American Indians. There are the indigenous black types, the Mas, all those tribes where they had to either be forced to go to a reservation and get welfare, or be freedmen and actually build this country. And that's what FBA is when I think about it.
Absolutely. Thank you, dear. Because that's another hustle. I'm telling people, a lot of people who are saying that they're Aboriginal or Indigenous, some of these people are actually Caribbean. Yeah, I just saw a video of some chick was, Tariq. The Haitians, they Aboriginal to the Americas too. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, they're trying to backdoor this shit, man. They're trying to backdoor with some Arawak and Carib Indians. They're trying to use this retroactive backdooring into the foundational Black American lineage. They're trying to be real slick. And the thing is, if you immigrated here, that's irrelevant. If anybody in your family immigrated here, they ain't FBA. If there's some immigration papers somewhere on one side of your family, that ain't it. It's that simple. What's your name? Monumental? I think that's your name.
Yes, sir. Monumental Musa, man. Shout out to you, man.
Respect. How are you?
Yeah, I'm well, man. I can't complain, man. You know, I'm from Chicago. I've been following you for a long time, and I'm glad. I'm glad that you brought up this conversation about delineation, because it's very needed.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a 37-year-old American Muslim, right? I practiced Islam for a long time, but by choice, though, not because it's something. I just feel like Islam grants me a lot of discipline.
Oh yeah.
And I go to the mosque with a lot of people from West Africa. You've been to Chicago. You know how the downtown Islamic Center and all that stuff is. And I've asked these people, West Africans, Central Africans, Ethiopians, Somalis, Eritreans, you know, they do not treat us. Very clear distinction between the foundational Black American and themselves. And they talk down on us very badly.
Yeah.
You know? So like when this delineation occurred, I was so ecstatic for it to happen, you know, and shout out to Professor Smalls, you know, because y'all two talking points is the main talking points that I've been able to utilize to substantiate why I am a foundational Black American.
Oh yes, Professor Small, he's the truth. That's one of my master teachers.
Yeah,
and you know what?
I'm glad you said that, because people always try to say that you don't like him, and I'm like, that's contrary.
Who the hell, man? Anybody say that is a damn liar. Don't ever, man. Anybody say some shit like that? Check them. Professor Smalls is like a father to me, man. Hell no. I love.
They always say that. I'm like, that's not even true. Like,
that's not true,
Tariq
man.
Nasheed always speaks highly of Professor.
He's in my new movie. Yeah, we got a new movie coming out. He's in it. So yeah, don't let these folks be on here just lying their asses off, trying to sow division and all that stuff. And yeah, we ain't going for that. Watch these liars out here. That's a bald-faced lie. Lady Dalton, thank you for the...
Hi, Tariq. Thank you so much for having me on. And I saw you in person at the reparations task force hearing in Oakland, and you are a lot taller than what I imagined. I don't know why. I thought you was about like sitting at like 5'10", 5'11". I think you're at like 6'2", because I was in heels and you were still way taller than me.
Oh, yeah, I'm like 6'4", 6'5", 6'4", 6'5".
Oh yeah, you very tall, because I was still looking at, I was like, oh wow. But it was great to see you out and about. Shout out to you for the museum, and thank you so much for lighting up TikTok. It has been so hilarious. And shout out to the family in the room, because they be, whenever you go on, I be getting a lot of like, come on in here, so shout out to you and shout out to everybody here.
Yes,
I just
indeed.
have 2 quick points, Tariq, just
Go
2.
ahead, bro.
The first is that my father was born in the same time period as Mrs. Imhoff. And he has 2 Negro parents on his birth certificate, and she has 0. So everybody can take that for what they will. I am Black American on all 8 sides for context. So again, my dad, 2 Negro parents, Mrs. Imhoff, she had 0 Negro parents on her birth certificate, and they were born about 10 miles away from each other. The second point is about the identification. And Kyle, is there any way that you can mute, because I can hear your background? Thank you so much, sir. So with that MENA classification, Middle Eastern, North African, none of these Africans said anything about them, and they've been trying to delineate on the OMB for I think like the last 10 to 15 years, and they are actually African. So why do they need us to be that so bad? So those are my only 2 points, Tariq. Thank you so much.
Thank you, beloved. Oh, that's a great point. That's true. Yeah, these Muslims over there, over here, they're delineating. I forgot. That's a phenomenal point. Yeah, they're being a separate category, and they're from Africa. And they ain't saying nothing about them. They're not saying one thing about them people from their own continent coming over here delineating. They're going to be a whole different ethnic group on the census forms. But everything is all about 50 damn spaces daily running simultaneously about these FBAs are xenophobic. You hate us. You hate Africa. You hate yourself. Yeah. Everything is all about crapping on us. Let's get Brother Cal. Hop on in, brother.
Hey, how you doing, Tariq?
I'm good, Cal. How are you?
YouTube, and seen that you have come over to TikTok. Welcome, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of what you're saying. And the gaslighting is crazy. I listen every day during work, and a lot of your videos get me through the workday. So I'm happy that you allowed me to come up. I just want to thank you for everything you do, and I'm trying to make it out to the November event, right?
Yes, and then those tickets are gonna go on sale hopefully this Friday. So I'll keep you posted on that, definitely. Thank you so much, Brother Cal. Let's get Descendants of 1804. Oh, I guess they didn't mean to get on. Okay. Let's be very careful, guys. If you get on, all right. Some of y'all may or may not want to get on. You might hit the button by mistake or whatever. All right, let's get on. Who is this? Let's get King. King, hop on in, brother.
What's up, Tariq?
What's up, King? How are you, sir?
Man, I'm doing well, man. I wanted to let you know you got the streets on fire for 2026, brother. You do.
Yeah, I'm trying, bro.
You are, man. So keep your foot on the necks. I want to let you know the streets are talking about you all over. Houston, Texas rocks with your message, man, and we love you, brother.
Man, respect. I got to get down. I'm trying to buy a house in Houston. I love Houston.
Okay.
So, thank you, brother. Yeah, Houston is a vibe, man. I'm trying to get a house down there because we fell in love with Houston. Who is this? What's your name? D? It starts with a D. I got old Negro eyes. I can't see that good. D, what's up, man? Hello? Hey, brother, everything all right over there? Okay. I'm hearing some noises over there. Everything all right over there, brother? Okay, sound like he's working at Chuck E. Cheese or something. Okay, let me get some more folks in here. All right, let's get your phone lines together when y'all try to come in, family. Get your phone lines together when you try to come in. All right. I'm trying to add Leo. Every time I try, it's funny when I try to add people, the names jump around and then I end up adding the wrong person. I've been trying to add Brother Leo in here. Okay. Who we got here? 'Cause I'm adding so many different. Let's get Random. Random.
Yeah, how you doing, man?
How you doing, Random? I'm good, man. What's going on with you?
Man, it's a pleasure to hear from you. I've been watching you since like a friend sent me to you like 10 years ago. Maybe well, about 9 years ago when you was doing the Mac thing.
Mac lessons, yes.
Yeah. You talking about you helped a lot of brothers out during that time.
Oh
And
yeah.
still helping brothers out.
I'm doing my best, brother. Absolutely. How you doing, brother?
I've been good. I've been real good. Now I just found out about this, like
Yeah.
start seeing it like everybody saying like it's just roaming in TikTok and they just trying to bash you, And I'm like, well, why? Like, why do you want to, y'all? A lot of, and I stay in Houston too, so there's a lot of African people. Well, it's a mixed culture out here that's here, and they always want to associate themselves with what we doing,
Yeah.
and it's confusing.
Oh yeah. But yeah. But the thing, thank you for the call, brother. But a lot of folks on here, that discrediting thing, they're just using me as a proxy for trying to denigrate the lineage. Because this is a Renaissance movement that's happening right now that they can't control. They attack somebody who's very vocal about the lineage. That's going to stop the momentum. It doesn't work. And that makes them even more frustrated because there is no leader, there's no organization. Your lineage is your lineage, and you can't really do anything about it. Discrediting me is not going to make people not want to look at their lineage. I always tell people, if I get abducted by a damn alien and I disappear, people are going to still understand what their foundational Black American lineage is. You see? So it's a desperate play for people who don't know what else to do. They're doing it out of frustration. You understand what I'm saying? It's a frustration thing. Literally don't know what to do. Let's get Donald. Oh, well, let's get Sword. One Sword. I get One Sword in here because I had him up. One Sword, hop on in, brother.
Yeah, what's the word? What's up, dude?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm all right, man. Welcome to TikTok.
Yeah, thank you so much, man. How long you been on here on TikTok?
I've been on here for a few years, but the FBA stuff really popped it off, though. With the delineation movement, it really brought forth a lot of history. Our history and things that we did, right? So, you really learn on here because of this delineation movement and get past all the nonsense. But I did want to say, man, thanks a lot for being a historian and deciding to provide us with that education. Because knowing who we are, we walking around with our head high, got all the these Africans though, the Tethers, they really be on here just crying about it. Please be, you're African, just accept it. It was like one dude was crying, like just bawling out, you African, why won't you be African? Like, bro, come on, man. You need to get it together, man. But yeah, man, we love you, man. I'm from Chicago too.
Thanks. Respect to that. Respect. Yeah, man, these folks are really crashing out because, listen, they out and tricked everybody, whatever. They like, this is Tariq's fault. He made you head out to call us Tethers. I want y'all to understand, it wasn't me. Y'all think foundational Black Americans didn't hear and see some of the little grimy stuff y'all were doing, especially when y'all start getting on apps like Clubhouse. Come on, y'all, they can't blame me. The people saw you. They saw what y'all were doing. Y'all remember when they were on Clubhouse, when Clubhouse got started? They had all of these spaces every day. It was a bunch of these folks from Africa and the Caribbean just cracking on us. They be on there, these Akatas, they're nothing, they're baby mamas, they're lazy. They would just be on like that all day talking mad crap about us. Then they took it over to the Twitter spaces. For those who remember the early Twitter space days, and y'all can look at those old recordings, that's when we start getting some straightening. Because they would be in the Twitter spaces, they would be, East Africans, they would be referring to us with the hard ER, even Myron Gaines, who's a whole bunch of them acting just like Myron Gaines. He ain't the only one. There was a whole bunch of them acting just like him, calling us welfare babies, slaves, this, y'all was just slaves, and y'all ain't gonna get no reparations, y'all lazy, y'all ain't got no culture. So yeah, people heard that and said, hey, okay, we cool on you for right now. That's what it is. But who is this? Somebody said, who is this? Erica? Okay, hop on in there. Somebody saying. All right, let me get some more folks in here. Let's get Julian.
How are
Julian, how are you?
is this your first TikTok live?
No. I've done some for the last few days.
Okay. I need to tap in because I just saw you and I was just making sure it wasn't a troll account. But welcome to TikTok, bro. This has been so important. This platform has been so important just to remind you that that our own government made moves to control it. So it's a very powerful platform. I'm so glad you're here. Very briefly, something that no one's talking about, and I think we need to start having the conversation in the Black community. You actually did something. I saw something on your YouTube channel maybe about a month ago regarding these so-called UFOs.
Yeah.
As a student of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and I know how you feel about the Nation of Islam, and we love you. Matter of fact, I just posted something on the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's birthday, which was last week. And as you know, tomorrow's the 30-year anniversary for the Million Man March.
Wow.
Yeah, tomorrow. I'm just reminding you. But I want to say, you were having a conversation about the greatest Black leader, in your opinion, and I actually posted that. You made it a couple of years ago. You made the post, and I reposted it. And right now, it's the biggest. Just over the past couple of days, it's been the biggest growing post that I ever made. So it's sitting right now about around 10,000 views, and it's climbing. But I will say this, and I would like for you to look into it in your own time because you're a scholar. These so-called UFOs are directly connected to what we now call foundational Black Americans.
Yeah, decades ago. And what's interesting, a white T man who worked at NASA, they had video of him saying the exact same thing.
Yeah, that's Dr. Norman Bergeron.
Right.
Yeah.
It was like, there's some extraterrestrials or whoever who look like Black Americans. This is a dude from NASA said this.
Of course.
So that Elijah Muhammad said back
all
in the
of
day.
it, brother.
Yeah.
All of it. But real quick, let me land by throwing this out there. Approximately 3 weeks ago, the Senate Oversight Committee released video footage of a U.S. drone actually shooting a fire missile and hitting baby planes, and the missile disintegrated. Now, this was before Congress being very quiet about it. And the funniest thing is, it was filmed about a year ago, October 30th of last year, and it was filmed off the coast of Yemen.
Oh wow! Well, I'm gonna look into that. Definitely.
Check my page. I actually did a documentary. I released a documentary called UFOs and Black People.
Okay.
And you can.
Do you know Dr. Wesley Muhammad? You work with him?
Of course. I don't know him personally, but yeah, that's our brother. He's very.
Oh yeah, love it.
He's on top of this.
Oh yes, he is. My brother, I'm gonna follow you. I'm gonna follow you now, Julian. But thank you so much for the call, brother.
Okay, thank you so much, Tariq. We love you.
Absolutely, thank you, brother. Okay, I gotta follow. I'm trying to follow people. And okay, I had the other brother up here. I want to have you back up, brother. I don't know what happened. I'm still trying to figure this thing out. Y'all good? Everybody share the space. We got over 1,000 people in here. You know how we cook. We cook in here. Respect to everybody. Respect to you guys. Let me get a couple of more folks in here. Let me see. I'm trying to, where we at? And by the way, y'all can go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com. We got a children's book called Hidden Heroes from A to Z at hiddenhistorymuseum.com. You can check that out. Let me see. Let's get Afro Chat podcast.
Yo, what's up?
Hello,
How's it
Afro
going?
Chat. How you doing, bro?
Bro,
All right, what's on your mind,
Yeah.
Afro Chat? Oh, Afro Chat, unmute your mic, sir.
Now, now, you understand that you're leading a movement, but you don't
No.
want to take credit for it.
What am I leading? Leading it where?
Well, you created it.
How did I create 43 million people?
No, you didn't create 43 million people.
Right.
Your wife's. You didn't even marry. You didn't even marry in the lineage you created. That's how much of a fraud you are.
So you're just
Your
gonna
wife.
lie? Okay, who
Your
did I
wife.
marry? Okay, stop.
Your wife's not your own lineage.
Where's she from?
Your kids are not from your own lineage.
Where's she from?
The grandma
Where
to
is
your
she
wife
from?
is a white woman.
Who?
Your wealth is gonna be inherited by a white.
Slow down. Okay, so lying, trolling, tether. Can I listen? Tethers. Let me education of Black American culture as men. Nothing is more bitch made than a man lying on a woman. That's something that we don't do here. That's not a part of our culture. You don't lie on women. Trolling, whatever. But when you start lying on women, that's bitch made. That's not a part of our culture. Why are you lying on my wife? Why are you bringing my wife up? And then you lying on her. No, why are you lying on my wife? Why are you being a lying, scamming tether? Unmute your microphone, Afro Chat. But now you're
All
venting
right,
frustration.
all
Now,
right.
why did
Look,
you lie on my wife? Why are you lying on my wife like a coward?
brother, you're trending everywhere. Your photos of your wife are going viral.
Right.
Photos of your grandma, of your mother to your wife are going viral.
My
I'm
wife
not sure you know that you're trending. You're
and
trending. Yeah, you're trending. You're trending, brother.
because I'm
I'm
popular,
telling you, you're
sir.
trending.
Because I'm
Exactly.
popular.
And
Okay, but yeah, you saying that she's not from the lineage. My wife is a foundational Black American. Her father was foundational Black American. So what are you lying about? And let me say this, Afro Chat. Let's say my wife was an Eskimo. Okay, he got off. No. Wait, did he get off? Afro Chat?
I'm here. I'm here. I'm
There you
waiting
go.
for you. I
Yeah.
gotta.
So you're still not of my lineage. Huh?
Yeah, I get it. But if you're gonna lead a cult, don't you think you have to be a good example for your cult?
But it's not a
Yeah,
cult.
you
But it's
can't
not
you
a
can't you can't have Jesus. You
it's
can't
not
have
a
Jesus as
cult.
a Muslim.
Yeah, you're bringing up, you're talking about things that are inconsequential. It's not a cult. There's no ideology. Then you have a cult of must. You're a musty cult, but there is no cult. Yeah, I'm not, and your little weak jabs, I'm not offended, sir. People know you're lying, tether. And that's why you failed in your homeland, sir, right? All that lying
Look,
you
if
doing, huh? All that lying you doing, you think that's working? You think anybody believes you? You're being a stereotype. That makes people want to delineate even more because we see how disingenuous and scammy and how much of a liar you tethers are. Listen, everything on the phone, you just come in lying. That's like a little reaction thing that you guys have when you're frustrated. Y'all just start lying left and right. That's why you failed in your homeland, sir. That's why you had to flee. You're probably over here. You don't sound like you have a UK accent. You're probably over here up under us, aren't you?
are you done with your little jobs?
I'm not even making jabs, sir. I'm not making jabs. Now, why are you sitting here lying?
All right, all
Say what
right.
you really
Let's speak.
say. What you
Let's be honest. Let's be
okay? Say
honest.
what you're really
I
upset
got.
about. Say what you're
All
really
right, all
upset
right.
about. Stop
Yeah,
lying.
yeah. I'm gonna
Stop
tell you.
lying.
All right,
Stop
cool.
making up.
I'm
Stop
gonna tell
talking
you.
about. Okay, don't talk over me. Don't talk over. Hey. Don't do that. You talk to me like a man. You can talk. I don't. I know you're gonna lie, but don't talk over me. We're having an intervention here. Now, why are you really mad? Are you mad because now you can't leech off of our culture and you have nothing to show as far as culture? Let's get to the nitty gritty. Let's stop all this trolling. Let's get to the nitty gritty. Now, You really upset?
All right. All right. I'm upset because I have video evidence of you wearing
And what?
on the
And
African
okay,
continent,
okay, sure. Okay,
on
and
the
that means
African
what?
continent,
Okay, and that okay.
enjoying your African side of your DNA,
That's not a
enjoying having
gotcha.
a.
Okay, Tethers. Will y'all please stop with weak gotchas? I have evidence, nigga. You were wearing a dashiki and you were hooking an African woman. Okay, got me. So now what's your real problem? We don't want to hear all of these weak
Let's
gotchas.
get to it. All right,
All
let's
right,
get to
what's
it.
your
Let's get
problem?
to the problem.
Let's stop with the weak gotchas. You're not
Let's. All
listen,
right,
listen,
let's get
listen,
to the
sir, listen.
problem.
Okay, just for you to know, you can't discredit me. Okay, let's stop that. Well, what you think somebody's gonna be like? What Tariq had on a dashiki? Oh hell no! I ain't FBA if he doing that. You think that's gonna happen? Nobody cares. Do you think any weak gotchas? What do you think you're doing with the? I got evidence. Like you done uncovered some deep shit. Hold on, nigga. Hold on. You think you know Tariq? You don't know him. Secret evidence. That nigga had the Akon album. He's listening to Akon. Okay. You don't have anything, sir. This is why you got these weak gotchas. That's the worst you can say about me. You saw me with a dashiki on and I was giving props to Africa. That's the worst you can say about me? You think that's going to work, sir? That shows how thorough I am. I love African people. I don't have a problem. He's not FBA. He loves Africa. That's your gotcha? Come on, man. Listen to yourself. Come on, Afro
All right,
Cat. Can you
can I
stop?
get to it?
All right. Can you stop making a fool of yourself? Now, why are you upset?
If
What?
you
No,
let,
no,
if you
no.
let,
Stop with the weak gotchas. Are you upset because now you don't have a culture to leech off of, and you're just out here by yourself, and nobody's paying attention to you? What's wrong? Talk to me. Talk to FBA Daddy. I'm going to be your daddy right now.
all right, regardless, you can keep going with the little jabs. Let's get to it. My problem now is you, in your prime, in your youth, in your younger days, enjoyed your other half of your African DNA. Went to the continent, enjoyed, had fun, but you're depriving other young black children from enjoying that which you clearly enjoyed. You had a good time, and now you're saying, oh, guess what? Y'all can't have a good time because apparently I'm indigenous now.
I never said
All
that.
right.
How can you not have a good time?
Well, what you're doing is you're telling young black children not to identify with clearly their African DNA, the
No,
African side of the DNA. That's what you're
no,
telling the
no, I'm not.
your young American children. You're
No,
telling
I'm
them, hey,
not.
look, we're foundation of black Americans. That means our foundation starts here in America. Well, that's not true. The foundation starts in Africa. You know that. Know that. We both know that.
Okay. Everybody's
There's no
foundation starts in
foundation.
Africa. Everybody's foundation starts in Africa. And what kind of nursery rhymes are those in the background? I've never heard. I'm hearing some nursery rhymes in the background. What the African Old MacDonald? What is that? What Old MacDonald had a hyena. E-I-E-I-O. What is that? He got African nursery rhymes in the back. Old MacDonald had bush meat. E-I-E-I-O. What the hell is that in the background? Can you turn down them African nursery rhymes? The wheel on the Uber go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheel on the Uber go round and round. Nigga, turn that shit down. Put them damn African nursery rhymes in the back. I don't want to hear wheels on the Uber. Now get back on,
Funny.
man.
That's funny.
You know that you had to laugh at that shit, but go ahead. Now let's talk turkey. Listen,
Well,
look,
if I wanted,
go ahead. Listen,
If I wanted to throw a jab at you, I would have brought up your failed movies, your failed movie career, your failed
Failed movie?
documentaries, your
Failed?
pseudo history.
Failed? How the hell you go number one and fail? What movie did I have that didn't go number one? Fail. How do you go to number one and fail? How you fail up? Now, tell me this. Hold on. Tell how you fail up. Every one of my movies. How's that a failure?
But all your movies are failure, brother.
How
All
you
your
fail
movies
at
are
number
failure.
one?
Name one number. Name one
All of them.
number one
All the
movie.
hidden colors were
Which
number
one?
one. All the hidden colors. All the hidden colors were number one
Number
movies.
one where?
On
In the globe
Amazon,
that you came from?
on
On
Amazon,
Amazon?
sir. Yes, the biggest
Well,
market
that's
online.
that's
The biggest market
that's
online.
wrong. That's wrong, brother. No, nobody's looking.
Are y'all listening to this fool? You do know the receipts are out there. Well, you're not gonna sit here and lie. Yeah, that's easily verifiable. Every one of my movies went number one. All the hidden colors, American Maroon, my last movie, Microphone Check. Not only did that go number one, we're about to get an Oscar nomination. We were doing an Oscar run, and then there was some other shit going on with these Latino photographers who sabotaged it. Dude, all my movies went number one. You just saying stuff. You're projecting your failure. That's jealous.
How many Oscars you got?
No.
How many
That's
Oscars
jealous.
you got?
No.
How many Oscars you got?
That's jealous talk, sir. You're not going to
How
project
many
your
Oscars you
failure.
got?
You got Oscar Mayer bushmeat. How many Oscar Mayer bushmeat sandwiches do you have? You're not going to sit here lying and projecting your failure, sir. You don't have anything going on. You can't project your failure onto me. All my movies went number one, sir. You don't have anything going on, sir. Y'all love to project your failure onto us. Come on, you ain't got nothing going on, sir. Come on, you the one over there having to drive for Postmates, not me. Right? Come on.
How do you pivot? How do you pivot from a pimp? How do you pivot from a pimp to a historian?
Now, who did I pimp
Explain that.
besides your mom?
How do you pivot that?
Who did I pimp
Your whole shit is a pivot career.
Who did I pimp?
Without going through.
Who did I pimp besides your mother? I had one musty bitch, and that was your mother. Who did I pimp besides your mother? And she was hoeing for a green card and made $8 and ran off. So who did I pimp besides her? So y'all Tethers just get to saying shit and lying and making up stuff out of frustration. Just stop making up shit and being frustrated, sir. You can't win the trolling and the roasting game here. You're not going to win that. Y'all start trying to troll and roast your way around shit, and you're not very good at it, sir. All right? Come on, I don't have you muted. Up here,
I'm not here to troll. I'm not here to troll. First off, you're the one with the weak jabs. I'm not here to troll. I'm here to talk factual,
No, you're not.
historical evidence.
No, you're not. You're just sitting here lying out of frustration. That's what y'all Tethers do. You're pathological liars. That's why you can't build nothing in your homeland, because nobody can trust each other. When you can't trust each other, you can't build with each other. That's why you are walking up and down dirt roads eating dirt cookies, sir. Right?
But you're in Africa enjoying African culture. Quite clearly, Africa, our aspirations as Africa is not to build skyscrapers.
Dude.
We don't want to live in skyscrapers. That's not what we want to do. That's not the ultimate goal for us. We're happy.
What's the ultimate goal? What's your goal?
The way we are.
What's your goal?
We're happy the way we are. Now,
if you're happy the way you are, why are y'all jumping on inner tubes, floating up and down the Atlantic Ocean? If you so happy, that don't seem like happiness, sir. Why is it when y'all get deported from here, get sent back, y'all kicking and screaming and crying bloody murder? Why that don't seem too happy?
Clearly, yeah. I got a question. I got an answer for you.
No,
clearly,
if you so happy, why
real...
you kicking? If you so happy, because y'all you can just lying and trolling. If you're so happy, why y'all running on 2x4s, floating up and down the ocean? And when they send y'all back over there, you crying, kicking, and screaming. You don't seem too happy, sir. Huh?
Had you been a real historian, you would know that America intervention in African politics creates WAR. But you're not a historian.
Try to project your failure onto me. You can't insult me, sir, because you're the one wallowing in failure. You can't insult me whatsoever. You're too much of a failure to insult me. I'm more successful than your entire village that you need to flee from, sir. You can't insult me. You're the one over there wiping your ass with shea butter leaves, not me. You can't insult me, sir. You're the one failing. That's why you're jealous and you're
Brother,
projecting. You're trying to pretend that my movies weren't number one. You have to sit here and fantasize about my wife being some other nationality. Yeah, sir, you're the prototype of a losing tether, sir. You're horrible, and you're never going to be successful.
brother,
Listen,
I understand you, but I'm not living off of TikTok donations.
me
Uh,
neither, sir. Me neither, sir. You're living off Red Cross
you
rice.
need TikTok donations.
You living off Red Cross rice and Sally Struthers donations, sir. You're sitting around the village waiting on the helicopter to show up on your camel, waiting on them to drop off some UNICEF grain, sir. And I'm not. That's what you live off of.
You're living off TikTok donations, brother.
And you living off flip flop donation. When they come, you start pattering them flip flops, doing your tribal dance, so they can flick you some injera bread, sir. That's what you're doing. You living off aid from us, right? Over there, musty rice, right?
All this money is gonna go to white grandma. That's it. All this money
I
you're
don't have a
getting,
white grandma.
all's going to your white
The only
grandma.
white grandma is Sally Struthers over there feeding you some damn oatmeal with a tablespoon and giving you a malaria shot, nigga. That's the white grandma you're looking for. You got white grandma on the brain. Look for old white women to come over there and throw y'all some charity grains, sir. And they give y'all old clothes from us. That's why y'all be over there wearing G-Unit tank tops and shit. All right? Y'all wearing old hip-hop clothes from us. All right? Them old grandmas that
All
don't.
this money,
You a grown man. You over there wearing some apple bottom. You wearing clothes from 25 years ago. All right? You in the hot
money.
ass. You in the hot ass African sun wearing a Pele Pele leather jacket. All right? You down bad like a motherfucker. All right? A musty ass Tommy Hilfiger sweater. All right? That's what you doing. All right?
Yeah. Good luck getting donations to your white grandma.
And
You
good
know,
luck.
what? It's
And good
really
luck.
sad. It's really
Good
sad.
luck. Good luck getting an Ebola shot from Sally Struthers. All right. All right. Now you're running out of material. Let me get some more folks. I'm through. I'm playing with my food here. Boy, these tethers are so damn jealous. Boy, these jealous tethers. Well, they be wishing failure onto us. They be fantasizing that we fail like them. You know what I'm saying? I talked about this before. They be fantasizing. They want us to fail so bad. They want us to share in the misery. You're not successful either. They're always sitting around hoping that we get detained by ICE. They be, listen, you FBS, the ICE is going to deport you too. You're going to get deported, okay? They be all, no, we're not. We're not going to get. They fantasize that we are down bad like them. They want us down bad like them. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, people are delineating. People don't want to be around that energy. Y'all mad because we've built a country and we stood on business and we built a culture of protect ourselves. We were the ones who got the 14th Amendment put in the Constitution. That was a grassroots effort. That was us saying, no, we're going to make sure our citizenship is on paper. We've been citizens and we are the true Americans, and we're going to make sure that you're going to have it in your documents. We're not going to play no racial games here. We were the ones standing on resistance business, challenging the white supremacists to make sure that they don't have us living in dilapidated shanty towns like he's living in. All right? Because when the whitey people go over there, they're living nice. They got running water. They got air conditioning. They're living nice while these guys got to walk 5 miles to fetch water. Yeah? So we don't live like that, and we're not going to live like that. And that's why they have an issue. And we produce success without sucking up and kissing up to the lice supremacists. That's the thing that really burns them. Because anytime they get something, boy, they got to tap dance, they got to do all types of stuff to get the lice supremacists to give them something. We as foundational Americans, we know how to get it out the mud. We built this country. We know how to go out here and get it. In fact, we want the lice supremacists out of our business. We don't like them in our business. We don't look to them for approval. That's why this delineation movement is whooping their asses, because we need you to co-sign us. We said, hey, we are foundational Black American. We are designating our own lineage and acknowledging our own lineage, and we're doing it without anybody's permission. And now they feel stuck, and it's caught on. It's a thing now. Yeah. All right, let me see. Who is this brother here? Jatati, that your name?
Yes, sir, it is.
How to pronounce your name again, sir?
You said it right.
Jatati. Where you from? I hear an accent.
North Carolina.
Okay. Where's your family from?
Here.
Okay. All right. Jatati. That's an interesting name, Jatati.
Yeah, no, it's just my middle. This is the first initial of my middle name, and then Tati is just.
Let's see. Okay. Just
yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So what's on your mind, Jay?
All right. So here's my thing, right? Every time I've come across, like, there's a bunch of Africans here in North Carolina, and they go to a bunch of universities, and the one thing that I've met, like, when I had a bunch of East Asian friends and things and whatnot, bump into Africans or even Black Americans, like specifically Black American women, and a lot of them would hang with like Ethiopians, Nigerians, Sudanese women, and then they would like bash us, like Black men, at least Black American men, and I'm like, yo, what is this weird shit going on with these Africans on the campuses? Like, why don't y'all go to your own countries and thrive there if we're such a big issue?
Yeah, that's the thing, man, and that was the thing on Twitter for a minute. A lot of they act like they were feminists, and they would just attack American Black men all day, every day. And we start looking in their backgrounds, and these were women who were actually non-FBA. They came from Africa and the Caribbean, and they just sit online denigrating us. They were using, I guess, Black men as a proxy for Black Americans. They've always done this stuff. They've always sat up here denigrating us nonstop. That's been a thing with them. What's your name? Nakanyezi?
It's Indigo, but yeah. At the end of the day, I'm from South Africa. I agree with y'all. I feel like we should not be uniting in general. I said it before, like, at the end of the day, I don't think we're supposed to be, like, I don't know, in a coalition. What are we going to serve each other? You know what I mean? Like, what do we have to serve each other? Because me as a South African person, I've lived a different life to what I've lived in, or what I've seen African Americans live in. I feel like we're okay being apart. I don't know why Black African people just keep wanting to have y'all be included,
right,
in our shit.
Mm-hmm. That's what we're saying, and it's not even disrespect. We're not hating. In fact,